So this weekend, bullshit again appeared on my social media timelines, and I can't come to grips to how the hell did the feminists manage to pull this out of their ass. After everything else I've seen feminists do, and I mean do, not what says in that tiny little file, that one-page memo that is supposedly the good about feminism, the core about feminism, why you should be feminism, that can fit onto one single post-it note. I'm talking about the actions feminists are up to, and this time they've decided to start a petition for the White House to label men as terrorists. And you know it's going to be that, because if they manage to get this through, in the nightmare or Orwellian society thing where they would manage to get this bullshit through and get it into law, all men would be branded and labeled terrorists, and the women that's been supporting MRA, you know that they would take them away and say, "Oh, poor little soul, I know you didn't mean to, you were just being indoctrinated, you were trying to act like a man." I know that this is exactly what would happen. I dare anyone to prove me wrong on this. If this bullshit would pass, you know exactly that the feminists would jump in and go, all the women, come here please. The men, you go back over there, we're gonna put you in front of a firing squad immediately. That is what terrorism is, by the way. You're not just putting people away, putting people in jail, you're sending them away for execution. Terrorism is step above first-degree murder, where you send people to jail to kill them. That's terrorism. And I just have to wonder, what is it with feminism to deny the fact that when men say the draft thing, the reason only men get drafted is because you need the biggest, strongest, most capable, most suitable individuals on the front line. And women, on general, is not it. Men are stronger, that is why they are needed on the front line. If women was equally strong or stronger, they would be the one to be in the front line. They would be the most suitable candidate for the job. So in this case, it's a matter of bringing the biggest gun you have to the fight ahead. But feminists doesn't seem to get it, except when it comes to attacking back on men. Labeling men's right activists as terrorists is not just saying, hang on, you're promoting hate speech and doing these bad things. No, we want you dead. You're a terrorist, therefore you're gonna be put on an execution block and we're gonna kill you. That is the equivalent of bringing the biggest gun to the fight. And I've just been trying to rattle my brain the entire weekend, trying to figure out what is it that makes feminists this much crazy. It is not just a small, like, oh, hang on, this is for me a little bit too crazy. I want it to stop. It's not stopping, banning, murdering, killing. And this comes back to the hashtag kill all men. Where they had that stupid hashtag going around on YouTube and Twitter and wherever these social media bullshit was going on. And if you have signed this petition, and I know there's barely 7,000 of you so far, it's only been around for a week or something, but it's more than 1,000 signatures a week, well, a day even. Sorry, I haven't had my first coffee yet, and I'm trying to do an unedited version of me speaking this. Oh. Deep breath. But yeah, feminists are trying to do this all over. And I do mean feminists. Feminists that are big, that are leaders. I'm not talking about the fringe crap idiots, because let's be honest, men's rights activists and people like me, that I'm not really a men's rights activist, I'm just against the bullshit that is going on. We call out the bullshit, and we notice these people on the fringe, and we know that they're harmless. They have extreme ideas, but we know that they don't mean what the rest of them mean. But here it is where it starts to get a little bit crazy, actually quite frightening for me. If you think about it, you've seen all these fringe bullshit going on, even the fringes of the Tumblr feminists, which even the main Tumblr feminists steer clear from. They stay away from these really crazy nutcases. But have you ever noticed a main feminist organization, just one, that puts on their front page and saying, enough with the bullshit, we are taking a stance and we're stepping away from things like kill all men hashtags, we're stepping away from all this stupid bullshit, we're stepping away from the concept of the patriarchy. I know feminists can't step away from that because that means it falls apart completely for them. They haven't managed to prove that there is any patriarchy, but for some reason they managed to cling on to that, which would validate their entire core belief that there is all men are out just to put women down for some reason. I don't know the reason behind that. All I know is that if you take patriarchy out of feminism, all feminism becomes from that is that it's just a group of people all asking for a lot of special favors that they don't deserve or haven't earned. And I just think it's so damn crazy that all these feminist organizations, I'm gonna say feminist organizations, they're demanding such really crazy things. In Scandinavia, I believe it's actually centered in Sweden, this one, their main feminist organization that has some 150,000 followers or something, and some side teams and whatnot, they seem to be gaining a lot of momentum. They have no issues about limiting or kind of discarding pieces of the democratic process that they don't agree with, but also they want to ban porn, which means that they have an issue with freedom of the press, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow there at the same time as I was saying speech. But they have no issues with it, that they want to limit it. Now, in all fairness, the two big names within this feminist organization are not exactly on the same page about the banning of porn. They both want to ban porn completely, well, sort of completely. One of them wants to keep a tiny little portion, and you know that that tiny little portion is going to be labeled artistic nudes, and it's going to be, I can guarantee you, it will be the very thing that men do not like. And I'm obviously talking about straight men here, men that are attracted to women in this case, because that is the majority bulk of the porn industry. There's a big gay industry, there's a big lesbian industry, there's a big LGBT, all these acronyms and whatnot they want to have. But the bulk of the porn industry is for straight men. That is true. And you know that that tiny little portion that this feminist leader, and yes, she is a feminist leader, and even non-feminist women for equality in Sweden will say, yes, she is a feminist leader. She wants to keep that tiny little portion, and you know that portion will be just the thing that is of no use for men. Men will not be interested in it at all. The other lady in this party that's also a feminist leader, she just wants to get rid of it all instantly, like bam, gone with it. And I'm left standing there and thinking, how can you honestly want to vote, donate your money and give stuff to people that wants to take your freedoms away from you? Because freedom, real freedom, means that you have the ability to do whatever you want. You're still accountable for them. But you can't take just a tiny portion away and saying, oh, well, you know, we don't like this, so we don't need that bit. And this is just the craziness around feminism. I know I've been rambling on and trying to get some kind of coherent thought, but in short, what is it that drives feminists? And I'm hoping to get some feedback on this. What is it that drives feminists to such extreme measures? It's not just send hate mongers and whatnot to jail, arrest them for committing a crime. It's label all men's rights activists as terrorists, which means kill them. Get this into your head. Labeling someone as a terrorist means that upon conviction, kill them. That's the sentence. That's the punishment for that crime. And then you have other things, limiting freedom of speech. And you already know this. Every MRA, and even man with a little bit of sense, and even women as well, and I tend to forget this when it becomes this debate, everyone on this planet with a little bit of common sense and the ability to actually think, you know that these are things that are bad. You can't take this away and then think, oh, this is just fine, we're just getting rid of a little bit undesirable stuff. No, you have to have, in a truly open and free society, you have to have the good with the bad. That's just simply how it works. Would it be nice if we got rid of the bad? Absolutely. But it's a feeling, it's just a nice thing, and we will always regrettably have the bad in society. I'm probably going too far off topic here, but I've been trying to figure out, and I know I was asking you here, what is it that drives feminists to these extremes? To kill all men. And we're actually talking about a petition now that would make it so, if this would pass through as law, it is essentially the hashtag of kill all men implemented into reality. Banning of free speech. Banning of things they don't enjoy, but they know that the enemy, the patriarchy, that it's trying to pin on men enjoy. Get your hands off what I like and enjoy, and if you don't enjoy it, either write something on your own, create something of your own that is the same but the way you like it. If it doesn't get popular, at least you have something to read, write, watch, see on your own. But don't get in on my fun in this world. Don't destroy my video games. Don't destroy my books. Don't destroy my films because they don't cater to you. They don't cater to you because you don't like it. I do. And that is what real freedom is. So, can someone please tell me why feminists, from their indoctrination, from their ideologies, from their main documents, what is it in there that tells them that it is okay to limit other people's freedoms, other people's rights? What is it that makes it okay from the feminist ideology to come up with bullshit ideas like hashtag kill all men and creating petitions that would put it into reality? Sorry for ranting on so long. This is Viper Politics signing off, and I'm just working myself up into a state now, so I better stop recording here. Sorry for the and whatnot, but please subscribe, like, share, and most important of all, if I am wrong, prove it to me. Give me the facts, give me the links. Don't come around with any wishy-washy, oh I feel, because I will not listen to that. I've heard too much of that bullshit. I want to see what is factual. I want to see the cold hard evidence, and I don't want to see any spun statistics that say, oh look, women between 20 and 29 makes £480,000 less than men. No, that's just bullshit. Compare the real things with each other, not try and compare pineapple with bananas. Viper Politics over and out. Until next time.